Okay, so now you've done CCC 2024. You're going into CCC 2025. So what did you do differently that you're like, okay, that was good, but then what happened in 2025?
I truly believe that this podcast will empower all runners of all abilities, especially those doing trail and ultramarathoners, to be more prepared and run fearlessly. Let's make a deal, and I'll make it really simple. If you get any value from this podcast, any value at all, subscribe. That's it. In return, I promise to do my absolute best in creating some amazing content and interviewing amazing people so that you have an amazing experience listening to this podcast. My training and recovery are so important to me, and I know it's pretty important for you as well. As someone who manages high-impact physical demands every day, I'm always looking for ways to recover and get stronger. The B-Body by BEMER is a pulsed electromagnetic field device. Basically, you place the mat in a sitting or lying position and just relax. It sends low-frequency magnetic pulses through your body to stimulate cell activity. This helps improve local blood circulation, delivering oxygen and nutrients where they are needed the most. Send me an email or message me on my socials, and I'll put you in contact with a BEMER rep that can help you out. I've also linked the company's website in the show notes. Now let's get started.
Recently, when I got in January, I found out that I made it into the CCC. I started watching all these YouTube videos and reading stuff, and I was like, there's stuff that people just aren't really talking about, and things that I'm curious about. And I was like, I'd love to know like people that didn't finish the CCC, people that did finish, and people that are at the back of the pack, people that are at the front, in between. So then I started looking. Well, then I used, and I'll be really honest with you, I used AI to kind of brainstorm some ideas. And I was like, okay, like who should I interview? Gemini. I've been using Gemini. And so I'm like, Gemini,
Yeah.
who would you interview if you were me? And your name popped. Well, and I did tell Gemini that I was interested in slow to fast, people that had finished, people that had not finished. And Gemini was like, check out and correct me. I've been trying to practice your name so I would say it right. But is it
This will be hard for you.
Žan Žepič.
Whoa.
Žan
you actually,
Žepič.
yeah, Žepič.
Žepič.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you actually got it.
Žepič.
So
I
I'm
speak
surprised right
I
now.
speak
I'm
Spanish. I speak Spanish. So I'm
Yeah,
good with languages.
but the Italians have problem with my name. So
Oh,
you're
really?
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I did some research. I Googled, okay, how do I pronounce this? And so yeah.
Yeah,
So
congrats.
yeah. And
Barb.
I don't even, and to be completely honest, I had heard of Slovenia, but I didn't know where it was. I didn't know that you're like right next to Italy, like it's part of the Alps. You're right by Austria, and it's just like I did not know. It's so cool. It's so
Yeah,
cool.
it's really, it's really small country. We have about 2.5 million people in Slovenia. So really, really small
Really
country.
small.
But we're
Okay.
kind of in the middle, so we have mountains and we also have sea in an hour drive. Everything is close. Yeah, basically right now Slovenia either from Pogačar if you're watching cycling, or
Okay.
from Luka Doncic in the NBA. Basically those
Oh,
two are
yes.
those are Slovenia's ambassadors, I'd say.
Oh, man, I love it. I love it. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, so Gemini was like, hey, you should reach out to Žan Žepič and he's attempted the CCC 100K 2 times and didn't finish. And I was like, oh, and just like I told you in the Instagram message, I was like, hey, like, I am just as interested in talking to you as I would be to talk to Hayden Hawks or whoever took last place in the race, you know. And so anyways,
then I guess I have to say thanks to Gemini, I guess. No, but really, thanks for the opportunity.
Yes.
No, it's really, I was kind of shocked. I didn't know how you find me. I mean, from US, how did you find a Slovenian guy out of all? So yeah, I guess thanks to Gemini.
Yes, and I mean, the UTMB website is so great when it comes to the results, and I know that Gemini was pulling like and okay, so here's the other thing, because I want to do a formal introduction, and I want to see what you think about the way that so I use Gemini as well, and I was like, okay, Gemini, I've done this research on Žan, but I want to get a good introduction. And it created this introduction. I read it and I was like, okay, I wonder how Žan feels about this introduction. So I want to read it off to you
let me hear it
in a second. But yeah, let me pull that up. I think it's really good, and I'm wondering what you think about it. But let me go over.
Yeah, because I'm not one of the guys that put everything online.
Right. Right.
I basically, if you see my Instagram, you basically see racing, a few trainings, but not much.
But not, yeah, but yeah, pretty. I mean, more than some people, but yeah, you're not. Your whole life isn't on the internet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so check this out. All right, all right. Today I'm talking to Žan Žepič, one of the most explosive forces in the Slovenian trail running scene. Žan is a mountain specialist known for a win or bust racing style that has earned him consistent podiums across the UTMB World Series, from dominating the technical climbs of the Julian Alps to his recent victory at the Mozart 100. He has established himself as a high altitude powerhouse. Žan, welcome to the show.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I wouldn't say anything like it. But it has right that I either DNF or I'm somewhere in the front. That's basically, that's my style.
Oh man.
Which honestly, I'm not happy about, but it turns out like
it. You know what? We can't always be happy about every performance, but yeah, so that's perfect. Well, I'm really excited to talk to you. So, and are you in Turzic? Is that how you say the name of the city? Is that where you live?
I'm from Kran. I'm from Kran, which is basically about 30-minute drive from Ljubljana, from the capital.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
But it's basically, if you check the Julian Alps trail, it's basically from the capital to the start of the Julian Alps. It's actually in the between. Just in between. So,
okay. Okay. Yeah. So the Julian Alps, that course is literally your backyard.
Yeah, my training ground.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. Well, that's perfect. And it looks like so just to kind of help it with the podcast, establish some authority and credibility, and so that people know who you are. You have done a lot of UTMB races, and it looks like a lot of them have been some of the shorter distances, but you've also done some of the longer ones. But your UTMB resume is, you've done a lot of those European UTMB races starting in 2020.
Those are not UTMB races. Those just has indexes.
Oh, UTMB indexes. You're right. Okay.
I believe my first actual UTMB race was Lavaredo in 23.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
A lot of those races are just like, just they have index, UTMB index.
Yes.
Because basically, I don't know how it's in US, but in Slovenia, basically all of the races, or let's say most of them, have also ITRA and UTMB indexes. So
yes, that makes more
yeah.
sense. That makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, you've done awesome things. You took first place in the Julian Alps. Is it Lake Bled? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, it's the starting point.
Okay. Yeah. And that was a 50-mile race. You did that in 7 hours, 5 minutes. For our European listeners, 80K, for our American listeners, 50 miles, and then 3,826 meters of vert, and then in feet, that's roughly 12,552 feet of vert, which is awesome. I'm actually doing a 50-mile race here in Utah in June, and it's very similar. It's 50-mile race, and it's got a little bit over 11,000 feet of.
Okay, pretty similar. Yeah, pretty similar.
It'll be fun. And then you took first place at the Ultra Trail Vipava.
Vipava Valley. Yeah, Vipava Valley. Yeah. But this one is not UTMB. This is just let's say in Slovenia.
It's a race, right?
Yeah,
I guess. It's like a pretty big race in Slovenia.
Yeah. Let's say top 3, top 5 races in Slovenia.
Very cool. And I was also looking at some, like, you've done some really great, like is it sky racing, like some vert challenges and things like that?
From the beginning. Okay. From the beginning. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's how I actually came into sport. I came from road running and from track, like let's say most. Then in Corona, in those times, I basically, the funny thing is, so let's rewind a bit. As a kid, I hate mountains. I hated it. I mean, from my room, I could see the Mount Storžič directly from me.
Wow.
So, but I was never up there. I mean, I hated it. So I wasn't in the mountains until I was, let's say, I don't know, 12, 13 years old. I have never been to the mountains.
Wow.
For proper mountains. Let's say those hills around house, yeah, of course. Yeah, but those are like 400 meters elevation gain, which is in feet 1,200, something like that.
Right.
Like hills. But yeah, in the mountains I was never there. I hated it. So yeah, then throughout Corona, like most of us, I have too much time on my hand. And I was kind of already started, like, I'm a sport enthusiast. I watch everything from triathlons to cycling, basically all endurance sports. I watch them.
Yes.
So I also found UTMB coverage, those first coverages. I think it was in 2019 that Pau Capau won. I think it was that year. And it was really impressive to me. Like, he did like all around from the beginning to the end, and it was crazy to me. And yeah, then I started, and I was like, okay, let's try that just for fun, let's go to the mountains.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how I fall in love with it. But as I said, Slovenia is a small country, so basically we border Italy, and Italy has tradition in endurance sport.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, and I'm a competitive guy, my family all comes from different kind of sports. Like, my father was a professional triathlete, my mother was a swimmer. So basically I have a background.
Yes.
So yeah, when I decided where I want to actually try it, I went straight to Italy, because I said I want to do it with the best guys. I want to see how fast they can go, and so I can compare whether it's a realistic or I will be just like recreational runner,
Right. Yeah.
Because I wanted to know that. That was like, I always race like that still. That's why I have, like you said, DNFs or did either DNF or, because I try,
Yeah,
I want to race with the best guys.
You're going hard.
I'm going hard, and I'm not worried about DNFs. Like, it doesn't really matter to me at the end,
That's a really great mentality for just, okay, I'm going to give everything. I'm not afraid to fail. I think that's
that's
powerful. It's very powerful.
So yeah, that's why I started then in racing in Italy, and I basically found out about the Golden Trail series. It was the national series in Italy, so I tried there, and they basically had sky races all the time. So yeah, that's why the beginning was there. Then I discovered that I'm more a guy for runnable terrains. So yeah, then I started switching slowly through 50Ks, and then 80 kilometers or 50 miles, and up to 100K right now. So yeah, but I think I will stick to that for a few years now because I'm 27, so basically I'm quite young for the ultras.
Yeah, I was about to ask. You look very young, so 27.
Yeah. So I think I have time, and right now I really enjoy those 100Ks, 50-mile races because they're still fast. They're still racing like at, I don't know, 160 beats per minute. So it's still racing and it's still fast, which I enjoy, but it's long enough.
Yeah.
You have something to talk about later.
Yeah. It's not a camping trip. It's not
exactly.
It's not a
and
hike.
It's not 30K, because the 30K, you go all out from the gun,
Right.
2 hours of pushing, and that's it.
Yes.
I more enjoy a bit of time, like it happens. Something can happen in 5, 6, 7 hours. A lot can happen. So that's what I like.
It. That's awesome. I love that. Well, that's perfect. That's perfect. Let's do really quick before we get into kind of like into the meat. I want to, and we've kind of done this already, but some of the quick questions that I was talking about, I'm still figuring out how this podcast is going to work, but I'm going to call these the strides, the little sprints.
Use it. It sounds great.
I think it's great. But we talked about so you're 27. So these are going to be quick answers. Okay. Quick questions and quick answers. Favorite race of all time, or maybe favorite 2 or 3 races of all time. What would they be?
Okay. Let's say from like my performance standpoint, it's Istria 100 last year, 100K. But from the like vibe and everything and mountains, Lavaredo. Lavaredo it has my heart.
Oh, that sounds. I will put that on my list. I'll put that on my list.
Yeah, because it's insane.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Are you married? Girlfriend, kids, pets? What do you got?
Yeah, I have a girlfriend, but we're not married yet.
Okay, that's great. I have a girlfriend as well, and we are not married. But I have kids. But I have two kids. I'm divorced, and I have a girl.
Okay, yeah. You have busy life.
It's great. It's busy.
I'm not there yet.
You know what? It's great. Take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time.
I've been growing up with dogs, and right now I'm good by myself.
Yes. I appreciate that. Okay, and outside of, well, you talked about this already, but like you're into sports, endurance sports. What about just different hobbies? Like what are you into? What do you love to do? What are your
Well, my first love, if we talk sports, it was cycling, and it still is kind of.
Yeah.
I still love bikes, like fixing them, riding them, whatever. So cycling is one, but I mean, I really like poker. I like playing poker. For quite a few years right now. I'm playing it less and less because I have less and less time. But poker still kind of has my heart on some way, because it's, I don't know, I like it. It's really, it's more like you're not playing the cards, you're actually playing the people. So that part is really like, you're bluffing. It's similar to racing at the end.
I love it.
Bluffing for half of the time. So yeah, I like playing poker.
Love it. That's perfect. Okay, and then let's do. Yeah, what do you do for work? What do you do? What's your profession?
Yeah, I work in a sporting goods store here in Slovenia. So yeah, but honestly, it's a part-time job. Yeah, other half of the time I basically spend working out, running. So yeah, I still have a dream of becoming professional runner one day. So yeah, I basically said a few years back that I want to try it. Now is the time. I don't
Yes.
want to regret it when I'm 40. So yeah, basically I'm doing a part-time job just so I can basically make a living to get through the mountain. All other free time I use is like training.
So no sponsors right now.
No, I've been in Salomon, Slovenia for a few years now, but
Okay.
it was not paid sponsorship. It was basically a few shoes and few shirts.
Okay.
But right now, yeah, I'm not sponsored by anyone.
Okay. Got it. Got it. That can be nice, right? Kind of has some freedom, but also it's nice to have some support.
Yeah, exactly. I did it because of the freedom, because I was like, yeah, I was sponsored, but it was not really the support I would hoped. I mean, you still, at the end of the day, whatever it sounds, it's, you still need to buy bread.
Yes.
So yeah, then I said I'd rather try without a sponsor, just so I have my hands open or like free. So
Yes.
I'm not under any contract. So yeah, for now, we'll see. It's the first year, but yeah, we'll see.
That's perfect. If you could be sponsored by any brand or brands, but let's say that we've got like tons of listeners, right? And like who would you want to be like, oh, Žan, we gotta get on, we gotta sponsor Žan. Like who would be your top choices for sponsors?
That's easy for me. Adidas.
Really?
Adidas is
Okay.
because basically since I started running, I've been wearing Adidas shoes, and yeah, they're kind of close to my heart. It would be, I don't know, insane to run for TEDx.
Yes.
So yeah, this would be like a dream come true. But Adidas is also a brand that, let's be realistic, I'm not top 10 or top 20 in the world. I'm
Not
somewhere
yet.
in top.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
not yet at least. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Hopefully one day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand that to get there, you basically need to be top of the top, which I appreciate also.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll see. One day.
Just ordered the Adidas Agravic Speed Ultra off of eBay. I think they're going to get here this week. That's the shoe that I just ordered. So are you training and racing in Adidas shoes?
Right now, yeah.
Okay.
But I buy them. I bought them.
Right. Yes.
So yeah, I'm also using Agravic Speed 2 for races, because I'm using other shoes for training just because I still have them from Salomon in home.
Yeah.
But yeah, for racing, I'm using Agravic Speed Ultra 2, which is really, really fast shoe. Awesome. Maybe not for technical terrain, but really fast.
Okay. Yep. That's perfect. What kind of watch are you using? What are your devices?
Yeah, I'm using Polar Vantage V3.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm a bit out of from trail runners. I don't use Sunto or Garmin.
Yes. No, I use Coros. And
I use Coros, yeah.
It's I feel like it's done a really good job for me.
Yeah.
And then
honestly,
what's your honest opinion about NOC, the gels that I feel like are on all of the UTMB races that I've done? What's your honest opinion about NOC?
NOC is sponsor of the UTMB series. So yeah, that's why they're always there. I'm not a fan of. If I can, I don't use them. The only person that's really happy is my girlfriend, because she's usually at the aid station, like crewing, and then she, put something in her pocket, and she has them for not for lunch, but let's say for a snack.
Yes.
So she's happy, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried everything, so I can't really say. But what I did try, I was not a fan, honestly.
What are your top gels of choice? Like if you could have anything out there, what do you use?
Yeah, I'm using For Endurance, which is Slovenian brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they are now also in pro cycling and they're developing. They are really like clear, you know, there are not many substances inside them, so they're really easy for the stomach, at least for me.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of development behind, and I mean, I'm using about from 100 to 110 grams of carbs per hour.
Okay.
So they are great because they have gels with 45 grams.
Okay. Yeah.
And also drinks that have 90 grams. So it's
okay.
really, yeah. So yeah, I'm using this. They're quite cheap.
Okay.
Cheaper than Moreton and I don't know, Cis and those.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm using that.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Well, that's great. Hey, real quick, just wanted to let you know that I'm doing a race next month, or depending on when you're listening to this episode, on June 13th of 2026, I am doing the Snow Peaks 50 here in Utah. It's in Provo, Utah. So it's about 45 minutes south of Salt Lake City. It is 50 miles. It's on June 13th. It has more than 10,000 feet of elevation gain. There are 8 aid stations and there are 3 drop bags. So at aid stations 3, 7, and 9, there are drop bags, which I think is just amazing. So if you're going to be here, awesome. Let's meet. Let's do a podcast. I'd love to connect with you if you can make it. And I think it's going to be a really great prep run for the CCC and UTMB. And it's not an easy race. So please come join me. So now let's get into the CCC. Let's get into, so you've done some of these UTMB races. You've qualified for the CCC. Your first CCC was in 2024.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
And then you did the second one in 2025. So 2024, yeah. 2025. Tell me about 2024. Like how are you feeling going into it? And then what happened?
Yeah, I mean, usually I'm kind of chill before the race.
Okay.
This was probably one of the few races I was actually nervous going into. I mean, it was too much to comprehend, but not from the, like, I don't know, atmosphere or everything else or things like that. I'm okay with that, but just the course itself, I didn't understand it. How to approach it, how to begin, whether or not to start fast. And at the end, I was shocked because I was told, okay, the start is fast. I was told that, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm used to it, no problem. I've done many races that started fast, no problem. When it started CCC, the first K was, I think, in 3 minutes 50 seconds. So wow. I was like, how? I mean, do you guys know you're running another 100K after that? Yeah, but and then later on, I knew the course. I was there before, but it was just unimaginable how many runners are going fast from the start, because you know you're used to being, I don't know, 10th, 15th place after, I don't know, first hour of the race. Yeah. I think I was outside top 100. I believe so. And one other thing, after about 15 minutes of the race, it goes to the single trail, steep single trail, up to Tête de la Tronche, which is, I don't know, in about 1,400 meters of elevation gain, in basically 7-8 Ks. So wow. This is in feet, about what, 5,000, something like that. So it's crazy. It gets hot, and you need, if you like, I started slow, and then I was like nervous because I was so in the back that I started overtaking them, which basically meant I did strides of 30 seconds and then chill a bit and strides of 30 seconds for, I don't know, hour and a half. I was dead when I came to the top.
So let's talk about that really quick, because I I've heard about it. I've watched these YouTube videos of how fast the start is and then how it turns into the single trail and then it just gets really congested, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
lots of traffic. And so what if you if you were doing it, because obviously, I mean, you did it again in 2025, but what's your strategy for having that balance between not going out super fast, but also avoiding like getting behind a bunch of people that are that slow down after they've been going so fast?
I've gotten a few tips from the pros. They usually say just chill, wait for the first climb to end and then start running.
Oh, okay.
The race is still long, so that's the tip I got. Last year I was kind of managing it, but not to perfection. You know, it's still, this is first 8K of the race. You know, it's first hour of, for let's say for top guys, 10-11 hour long race.
Anything
It's
can
nothing.
happen. Yeah,
Exactly, and it's nothing. You're not losing anything but energy. So yeah, just chill. Be behind. Take it easier, even though you're like watching the clock go by, and maybe just lose a few more minutes on the first climb, and you'll get them back later on. Because for about, I don't know what it's called, the 27K aid station. Before you start the climb up to Gran Colferre.
okay.
So
Yeah, I can't remember.
No, it doesn't matter, honestly. I think it's at 27K.
Okay.
But then you start the climb up to Gran Colferre, and there basically the race is already destroyed. Everyone is running by themselves. So to that point, it's, I don't know, for elites, it's 3.5 hours, a bit less to there. But later on, basically you're running by yourself, and it's no problem to overtake then. But if you come to that point, it's the end of the race for you.
It's over.
And you, yeah, and you can't DNF there because you still need to get over. Yeah, you still need to get over Gran Colferre, which is at 2,600 meters.
Yeah.
In feet, which is what? It's times 3, right? Something like that. The feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically,
so.
7,000, 8,000 meters of elevation up.
Okay.
Yeah, and all this time you're basically above 2,000 meters, above 6,000 feet.
Mm.
So you're at altitude. It drains you.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
yeah, just for the first climb, just chill. If you're behind, stay behind. Don't worry about it.
Be patient. Be patient.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So your first, so in 2024, that DNF, it was like, if you had to narrow it down to the reason why, was it because of that constant passing people, sprinting 30 seconds and then slowing, 30 seconds and then slowing?
At the end, it was a combination still.
Okay.
It was combination of, yeah, this was the first thing that went completely wrong. I shouldn't have done that. Later on, it was also the altitude, the heat. Basically, it was a perfect storm. And yeah, I was not mentally prepared for it. Like being completely dead after 40K, I was not ready.
Okay, so now you've done CCC 2024. You're going into CCC 2025. So what did you do differently that you're like, okay, that was good, but then what happened in 2025?
Yeah, basically after the CCC 2024, I went to Julian Alps just to prove myself that I can do it. And I went to the 50 mile. I won it. This was the race you were talking about earlier.
Yes.
Because I was pissed, but I was also in shape. So yeah, it kind of worked.
Because it's the next, so Julian Alps is like 1 month after the CCC.
Yeah, 3 weeks. 3
weeks after. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but you know, I DNF'd at 50K, so I was not like that.
Oh,
I was not too tired, you know.
Right.
The recovery after was really fast. So yeah, this was the reason why I could do it. But yeah, in 2025, I did Istria 100 then. So it's also a 10-hour race, just below 10 hours. I did Chianti Ultra that year. I basically started doing those races, and mentally I was in completely different world. I was a lot more like relaxed going into races, because I came from the 50Ks and 30Ks. So basically all I knew was go hard and you'll survive. And the 100Ks is a different beast. You need to take your time, actually go easy in the beginning. So yeah, in 2025, the training didn't change that much. Maybe I did a bit more heat adaptation, but nothing changed dramatically apart from the headspace.
Okay.
Yeah, the 2025 was mentally I was really good, but yeah, I've had in the last month of preparations, I had a few problems with my knee, which I thought I solved, but yeah, in the race later on, I learned that basically I was like guarding my knee with muscles. So I was overworking the muscle that I shouldn't. So yeah, I basically in 2025 I ended with cramps. So yeah, different story, same result.
Yes.
So yeah, it was a bit of another mix of things.
Yes.
But yeah, if I think about it now, I did a close to perfect race, like mentally. I was good, I was ready to suffer. I was ready to, lose a few minutes at the beginning, like we talked earlier. I didn't overdo it. It was just basically the body gave up, or the muscles gave out. So yeah, different story, same result. And I was, after the first year, I was like, okay, I'm learning. I learned a lot. But last year it was really tough for me later on. It was first time in a while that I cried because of the DNF, because I really put everything into it.
Yes.
Like I thought I'm doing the right things. Like basically the whole year was focused on CCC. Yeah, I did other races, but all in like retrospect, all done for the CCC.
Right.
So yeah, last year was really tough, and after it, I really needed a lot of time to clear my head.
Yes.
Because I was done mentally. I was done at that point. Like I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to go to Chamonix again. I don't want to try it. I had enough.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm again at the starting line this year. So.
Oh, so you're doing the CCC again this year?
Yeah.
Oh.
Third try.
Yes, I'll see you there.
Yeah,
I'll see you
yeah,
there.
we'll see each other.
That'll be great. Yeah. Oh, that'll be so great to see you.
Hopefully you will be my lucky charm.
I will be your lucky charm. Okay, so tell me, so knowing that you're doing the CCC again this year, give me some like how are things going this year? How are you feeling? And going, I mean, we're at beginning of May right now, May, June, July, August. We're a little bit less than 4 months away. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Yeah, basically I started the training block towards CCC now, just basically this week.
Yes.
I started working towards CCC, and maybe for now it's good. The training is not that hard yet. So for now it's like I train now, 15 hours a week.
Yes.
So it's not that much.
Your base building.
Yeah, I'm basically building base again, because I did the spring campaign that ended in mid-April. Okay. So I took 2 weeks completely off. I was just riding my bike. Okay. And now I'm slowly starting to work again, let's say. Yeah. So for now it's good. The only main thing that will change this year is I'll race a little less, just because I want to really keep my head fresh for the CCC. Yes. Like I really want to come there and be like, okay, let's start. So yeah, that's the main change. Everything else will be pretty much the same. So as far as training goes, like hours done, like specific training, it will not change that much because I think I was in good shape last year. Just yeah, it happened. So I hope I know what I'm doing.
It sounds like you know what you're doing. You just need all of the pieces to kind of come together, and I can relate to that a lot as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's talk about, where is that page? Right here. Okay, so now going into CCC 2026, what are going to be your strategies going in? Kind of go with me through that and tell me, okay, these are things that I'm going to do the same, and these are things that I'm going to do different. Yeah, talk to me about that.
You mean training wise?
It could be training, but also on the race day as well, like
okay.
like on the CCC. And just to give you some kind of where my brain is at, I'm thinking about all of these people like myself who have never done the CCC before, who have never been to the Alps before. And obviously they've done some UTMB races, and some of them have done some of the challenging ones, and some of them have not been as challenging, right? Not as many mountains. But yeah, tell me about your approach to this year.
Yeah, so basically what you need to do, if you ask me, is check the course, really analyze the course, because the climbs are long. All the climbs are long. So I would say get used to, if you have the big chance, use the poles, or at least get used to speed hiking or speed walking, whatever you want to call it. This will save your life there. And also get used to long descent, because it will kill your legs. So it's better to get ready. It's not about running at this race. I mean, there are parts that can be really fast, but the elevation will kill you at the end. Elevation gain and loss will kill you, because it had 6,000 meters of elevation gain in 100K, which is what, 1,500 feet, even more than that.
Yes.
And the first part is more, the first 55K are, let's say, more runnable than the second part. The second part is way more technical terrain, especially in the descent. It will kill your quads. And yeah, if you're not used to walking, you will walk. Everyone does.
Right.
Maybe
right.
Francesco Pupi doesn't, but let's say the mortals, for the mortals.
Yes. And it sounds like if you're, because that first half is more runnable than the second half, if you're really running during that first half, then by that second half, you're probably going to be just spent. It's going to be really hard.
Exactly. This race starts at Champelac, which is at 55K. Up to that point, you just need to come. It's not like how fast, where you are, it doesn't matter. You just need to come to that point. Later on, there are three, let's say, I think it's 3 climbs with 800 meters of elevation. So in feet, help me out, it's 2,400 meters of elevation. A feet, I said. So 3 times that. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So no rest in between. It's not 5-10K runnable in between. It's basically you come down, you had the aid station, you just start going back up.
Yes.
So this is the part that it's mentally really hard, because you're tired and you still, up again. So yeah. So if you just want to basically come around it, you still need to do a lot of work. I would say if you have to decide whether you're running or doing like long uphill walking drags, go and do the uphill. I think it will be better for basically just to survive the race.
Yes.
And yeah, run when you have time.
Yes. That's great.
Yeah. And I think it's the same for the elites and also for the mid pack or the back. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, this is the one point. And the second thing I would say is if you have a chance, you're from Utah, so basically you're living at high altitude, right?
Yes.
So yeah, you will not have problems with that. But basically let's say more or less the whole race is done around 2000 meters high. So if you just do like, if you cross you're all the time, you're a bit above or a bit below 2000.
Right.
So
right.
the elevation does have a role. And it's hot, especially the first part. You're not in the shade. You're up on the open,
exposed.
in the open.
You're just exposed
to the sun directly, and you're exposed to the sun from basically, let's say, first hour on. You're basically on the sun all the time. So
what are you going to do? What are you going to do this year for the heat? Like, are there, like, I know some people will wear like the long sleeve white with kind of like that hood. That's a really cool temperature. Like, are you going to do something like that for what you're going to wear?
No, I'll only use the cap, and I'll do basically the whole summer training will be done in the mountains. So I hope I will be heat prepared this way. I'm also doing like this heat prep with the sauna and everything else.
Okay.
That is popular now. So also with cyclists and everyone is doing it. So yeah, I'm also one of those who does it. But other than that, yeah, I'm one of those that basically the hat or the cap is too much for me. Like, I hate everything on me at that point. So yeah, I'm using short sleeves.
Okay.
This is plenty. Yeah, and if for the people maybe in Europe, for you it will be hard because you're in America or in US. So to get to know the course and because on the first part of the course there are many streams like crossing the trails. So you can basically use them as a refreshment points also. So I will use that also because let's say I was there 3 times now, two times for the race and once to see the course. So I know where I can basically have a river and I can, yeah, before the climb up to Grand Col Ferret, I'm basically swimming. I don't care. The wetter I am, the better for me.
You're just getting soaked in the cold water.
Yeah. I'll just plunge in.
Yes.
So yeah, the heat management is crucial, I think, especially in the first part. The second part, you're more in the forest, so it's a lot of shade. It's not that problematic anymore. But the first part it's tough because of the heat also. So yeah, this one, get used to drinking a lot if you can. Get used to wearing all the mandatory gear because it's excessive, if you ask me. But I mean, you're basically, if you go on complete, the least you can wear, you still have, I don't know, 2 kilos of just essential gear. And then you have to add the gels, all the food, all the drinks, everything. And maybe for mid pack, I would use 3 bottles or 3 soft flasks.
Okay.
From the start, because the aid stations are quite far apart. I mean, it's okay if you're going fast, you're still be in 2 hours to the next aid station, but in the back, I mean, you're exposed on the sun, you'll drink a lot. So I think the worst case scenario is that you're out of water at the end.
Yes.
So yeah,
better to get a lot before the aid station than have some left over and be dehydrated.
At the end of the day, if you're not drinking it, you can still use it as like for soaking yourself. So
yes,
it's still better than, yeah. I don't think it's like over the weight that you just carry. This is the weight that will help you, you know?
Yeah. And it sounds like you had that your girlfriend, was she crewing for you at the different crew stations? Let's say that she and this is a little bit more for me, but I know a lot of people that are traveling from far away. They may not have someone to crew. I'm not sure if I'm going to have someone to crew for me. And so what would you do if you didn't have somebody to crew for you? What would be your strategy?
I believe you have also at the Champelac, I believe you can have your bag there that the organizers will carry for you up to that point.
Okay.
So basically I believe it's Champelac. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe in Champelac you can I'm 100% sure that one of the aid stations has the chance that you basically drop off your bag before the start, and they will give it to you at the aid station. I'm not sure if it's just one or if there are more than one. But let's say for the people like you're traveling by plane, the UTMB, the organizers also have the bus transports through the aid stations, so the family can crew easier. Hats off to them. This is basically the best way, especially if you don't know the roads around there. It's a good thing. There are many buses. You just have a bus pass in the family or whoever is there for you can go from aid station to aid station.
That's great. That's great.
But the first 55K you're basically on your own. Okay. Everyone is. So also the elites. So that's why I'm pretty certain the 55K aid station is where you can also have your bag. So yeah, carry whatever you need for the food. I mean to supplement your running throughout that part.
Good.
There are, let's say, I would say if they had maybe one or two aid stations in the first part more, it will be a lot easier for athletes, for runners, and I'm not talking about elites, I'm talking basically about the whole field.
Right.
So yeah, the water is kind of a problem.
Okay.
Later on it's okay because you basically do the climb, and when you come back down to the valley, you have another aid station, and it happens 3 times like that. So later on it's good, but the first part, I think it's tough. Let's say that.
Sounds like it's the hardest of all of those segments. That first part is probably the hardest.
Yeah. Also, if you want to check if you have too much time on your hand, go watch and see where the most DNFs happen. It's the 55K. There, basically half of the elite fields go out there. Yeah, you can go from 70th place to 20th or 25th. just by because you went on.
Yes, because you didn't DNF at
because you didn't DNF.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is basically the main aid station.
Okay.
And that's why also the race happens from there on. And yeah, it's not this race is not overly technical. The trails, the first part is basically dirt roads, like dirt single roads. It's not a problem. The second part is a bit more like roots and rocks and things like that. But I wouldn't call it technical at all. It's not sky running.
Okay.
So yeah, it's hard because you're tired there. It's not hard. If you would just do the last 30K, it wouldn't be any problem. So you will just run over it. But because you come tired to that point, then it gets technical.
The combination of the roots and being really tired makes it technical, even though it's not necessarily technical.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, well that's really good. How strict is the mandatory gear check? Like, are they going through everything before that race starts to look at all of your stuff and make sure you have
No. They don't check it at Courmayeur. At the start, they don't check it. They check it usually let's say in the later parts of the race. And they usually check 1 or 2 items. It's not like they're going through everything, but you don't know what they will watch, You don't know what
Oh.
they'll want that you show. They will just say, I don't know, show me that you have a phone. And I don't know.
It's like
It's
a randomized
random check. Yeah, random check. Yeah, just one or two items. If you have them, no problem. I believe that either was it last year or 2 years ago. They had the check at basically at the I don't know how it's called, La Flégère.
Okay,
At the top, at the top of the last mountain, at the top of basically, you just go down in half an hour or 45 minutes, and you're in Chamonix. They had the check there.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So no check at the start, but then at some
No.
random point along the race,
they will check whatever they want to check.
And if you don't pass, disqualified.
Yeah, I think you're disqualified.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah.
That's good. That's really good to know.
No, you need to have the mandatory gear. I wouldn't risk it because they are checking it.
Yes.
It's not like you have the mandatory gear and then whatever. They will check it. They check it every year, so you have to have it. And it's good if you know where you have anything.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good to have. Yeah, for sure. It's security. So you're spending a lot of time in the mountains on your own. So yeah.
Yeah, it's for your
I'm
safety.
not against it at all. Yeah, I'm not against.
Let me ask you this. Let's say so for example with the rain jacket, it's got they say, hey, it needs to be the 20,000 Schmerber rating.
I think it's 10,000 if I'm remembering correctly.
I think 10,000 is like the minimum, but they recommend
20,000. They recommend the 20,000. I think it's something like that. Yeah.
So let's say that you've got a jacket, and are they when you show them the jacket, if it's not, and I'm thinking about different types of gear, like if you had a headlamp and it wasn't the right number of lumens, but how are they going to know that? Are they being really precise about it, or as long as you've got something that seems like it might be good? I mean,
honestly, I don't know. Because I have everything that basically checks the list. If you're running trails, basically the mandatory gear is always the same. It's not like something new just for one race. If you're doing just one race, then okay, maybe you try something like, to come through. They will not see it. But if you're doing races, have the gear that they try, because it's like you said, it's your safety at the end of the day. It's your life. It's not like you'll need it for the most of the times, but when you will need it, you will be glad that you have the proper gear.
Yes.
And the gear that you're used to having, like not too big, not too small, just basically something that you can use.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, that's the point of having the mandatory gear. Otherwise, we could just go, I don't know, without anything, just have a bottle and that's it. But, you're in a mountain region, tough to get up if something happens. I believe they're basically having to use the helicopter whenever. So, yeah. I mean, you're risking your own life at the end. For what?
Right.
For what? For 100 grams. I don't think it's worth it.
Yes. No, I completely agree. Okay, well, that's really good. So because you DNF'd in those races, in some of your other races, have you ever run through the night? Is that something you've done, or have you kind of avoided night running at this point?
No, I'm not avoiding it, but I've done 2 races in my life that started early in the morning. So we basically started in the night, and it got sunny, I don't know, in an hour or 2.
Right.
But for me, it's not a problem because basically the winter here, it gets dark at around 3-4 p.m. So I'm basically the whole winter I'm using the torch. I'm running with the lights, so I don't have problems with that. So yeah, I'm used to it. But if you're not, then it might be good to try, because the light beam is small, so you basically only see the trail ahead of you. You don't have perception of basically what's around, and for some it could be scary a bit, because
if they've never done it before, if they haven't trained for it. But
I believe that for everyone who's training for 100K, they have done at least some training in the dark.
Yes.
I'd say. Yes. Because I don't know, maybe elites have the pleasure of not running at the night, but I think for basically every recreational runner, or all of us that have something to work on throughout the day, basically we're all running at night.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
I mean, if you're for CCC, you'll have some guys that won't run in the night, but for UTMB, everybody runs in the night.
Everybody runs in the night. And also the CCC, top 10 guys come in the evening. Everyone else is basically running with light. So,
yes. And there's a new, and I need to look into this in soon, but there's a new requirement for a specific type of headlamp, right? Because for wildlife, and I meant
but I think it's just for the UTMB, not for
just for you. Oh, okay.
Because I'm not 100% sure here, but I believe it's in the part of the UTMB course that goes through the National Reserve Park or something like that.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, they need some red light or something. I read it somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, that sounds right.
And I believe it's just for the UTMB.
Just
for the 100 miles, not for CCC.
Okay. Well, that's great. Okay. Well, I feel like at this point we've probably talked about enough stuff and recorded enough for this episode. But we should definitely talk again before the race. And
I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it.
And at least get together and maybe have a lunch or a breakfast or something in Courmayeur or in Chamonix or something like that.
In Chamonix after the race. We can do another episode there.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great idea. I should bring my stuff and do some live episodes from Chamonix. Oh, that's a great idea. I love it.
That would be fun.
That'd be so fun.